although
And you know, so many men would have been destroyed by that overrule on his own serve, which made it deuce. Which at deuce made it match point to Santoro. But he's weathered that mental storm quite magnificently.
Quince. 40-15.
No, it's long.
Says 6 games to 5.
6 games to 5 in the final set of this quarter-final match, which means for one of them, for the winner, at least a bronze medal. No tie-break in the final set, so the stamina, the mental discipline under serious review here.
And every point is a struggle when Santoro just stays there like a human backboard. There's no way to find an easy solution to winning the points. You just have to stay with him and then take chances. And just as happened that last game, the chances are not so easy to keep in when you go for the big forehands. What an incredible match. And it keeps changing all the time. The crowd gets so up, they roar and they make so much noise, and then when there's a really tense point, they're dead quiet.
Sentarse, por favor. Por favor, silencio.
Ivanisevic,
Quiet, please.
who was 3-5 down in this set, came back to 5-all, is now 5-6. Oh, it was called a let. And Goran is able to smile at the gent in the chair at the net who called it and says it cleared the net by this much. Feet.
I can't believe they called that a let.
First service.
Mr. Brown is not going to overrule.
It's really annoying that.
Well, when in his mind he'd already won the point, it was a very cruel thing to have to come back after he's fought back so bravely. He was 3-5 down in this set, broke Santoro in the 9th game to 30 with very, very positive, aggressive play, taking the fight to the little Frenchman. And he's still fighting.
Well, he deserved a little bit of luck his own way, because Just as you say, when you think you've served an ace and that looks so clean an ace, that is really the worst thing that can happen.
He's already saved 2 match points on his own serve the last time he served. And the crowd here certainly played a great part in this match. Stands nearly full. Very enthusiastic and noisy. Most of them supporting Goran Ivanisevic. Oh yes! And that was a wonderful bluff from Santoro, and such a deep ball. Oh! And he's still annoyed about that first point. He just made a gesture to the linesman.
Well, it's all right when things go well, but when they don't, you remember it. And I don't know where he came up with that. That was pure instinct, that last shot.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Full marks to Ivanisevic.
A rather risky shot, this, because that drop shot wasn't really all this good, and this lob is a tough ball to hit. Wow.
And listen to them cheering for Ivanisevic as he goes back there. Looking at it once again, the way he whipped up this heavy topspin forehand to save himself yet again. Twice now he's had to hold his serve to stay alive. 2 match points he saved in the 10th game.
Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen.
No tie-break in the final set. It's 6-all.
Quince 0. 15 love.
The last time Santoro served from this end, he was leading 5-3. He was broken to 30. That's his 5th ace today. Not known as a big server. Not a tall man, but 5'10" he stands. 1.77 meters, if you prefer it that way.
Incredible shot there. They must be getting tired now. You know, they're going on pure adrenaline, playing just with their hearts, and sometimes the legs just can't quite get there.
30-15. No, not this time. He's hit a lot of good drops, says Santoro today.
30 all.
But that suggests to me a slight panic. The way he's been winning most of his points is by attrition, refusing to make errors. He's a pair of legs with a racket, this little man. That's the way he beat Boris Becker in 4 sets in the previous round. That's better.
Maybe one of the most admirable shots that Ivanisevic has played, determined to just stay in the rally until he gets the opportunity. And this was a difficult volley. You're tired, you have to judge it accurately, make a stretch. Well played.
Where will Santoro serve at breakpoint down? He's got the break.
And again, Ivanisevic resisting the temptation to play the way he wants to, which is to go for the early glamorous winner, hanging in and finally extracting an error there from Santoro.
Well, what a wonderful tennis match this has turned out to be. I think before it began, we realized it might be a long encounter because little Santoro just runs and runs and runs, hitting those awkward two-handed topspin shots, which are so difficult for an attacking player like Ivanisevic to do much with. But as you say, he has resisted all the temptations, particularly in these latter stages. There was despondency, true, to start with when he lost those two tie-break sets, but he's resisted the temptation to try too much too soon, and he's reaping the reward.
And when he was 2-love up in this final set, you thought that he had overcome Santoro, that there might have been signs of cracking in Santoro, but oh no, he really only showed one little sign of cracking right at the end of that last game.
And the cries now are for Ivanisevic to hold serve, to take himself through to the semi-final, and at least a bronze medal. He's the highest remaining seed at number 4 against the unseeded Frenchman,
Silencio, por favor.
Fabrice Santoro.
Gracias. Just long.
Disappointment for Santoro there. That
15 long.
close ball called out. Why I thought it was disappointing, the ball shot, and usually it's hit the line when it shoots like that.
Next. First service.
Lovely touch.
30-0.
The best possible approach shot that you'll ever see here. He gets quick to see it. He stays down with the ball and puts it right in the corner, followed by perfection.
No.
Please. Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. Quiet, please.
Not up.
40-0.
So this magnificent fight back by Goran Ivanisevic, which has delighted this capacity crowd.
4G love.
From 2 sets to love down, the number 4 seed against the man who put out Boris Becker with the same Chinese water torture, the slow drip of consistency, is at match point. It's all over. He's done it.
Third match, Ivanisevic.
And what scenes there are here at the Val d'Hebron The hat goes into the crowd.
Game, set, match, Ivanisevic.
He comes across to his supporters to embrace them.
6-7, 6-7,
And congratulate.
6-4, 6-4, 8-6.
Congratulations to them. After losing the first 2 sets on tie breaks, Ivanisevic is through to at least a bronze medal. He's a semi-finalist, the first Croatian to reach that stage. To the delight of his countrymen and all his fans from Spain. 6-7, 6-7, 6-4, 6-4, 8-6, 4 hours and 22 minutes. Ivanisevic is in the semi-final.
Well, marvellous stuff. Ivanisevic survives, the only player in the world top 20 still in the tournament here, and a great prospect for the semi-final because he will play. Although
own serve, which made it deuce, which at deuce made it match point to Santoro. But he's weathered that mental storm quite magnificently. And you know, so many men would have been destroyed by that overrule on his.
Quintet. 4G15.